Hey guys, didn't see you there.
My name's Ella O'Brien.
My name is Hayley.
And my name is Debbie Sherman.
And my name is Brinley.
Today we will just be chilling, talking, and eating.
A hashtag mukbang. On our menu today, we have McDonald's, Five Guys, and Casa de Pizza.
Wow, these nuggets are super good.
Yeah, they're fine. Not as good as Chick-fil-A though.
Did you guys know how Chick-fil-A is owned by a very Christian organization?
Yeah, that's why it's not open on Sundays. Christianity. That reminds me of some violent aspects of Christianity when it first started to grow.
Yeah, I guess Christianity could cause violence, but before we hear that, let's talk about how Christianity causes peace. Christianity tries to teach peace in a society through the basic teachings of Jesus, such as when he says, "Do unto others as you would have them done to you, and love your enemies, and do good to those who love you." These teachings could cause peace because he tries to give Christians guidelines on how to work for peace and justice. At the time, the only place where people still learned how to read and write was the church and monasteries in the church. And the monks kept literacy alive to encourage more people to eventually read and write. This caused peace because by monks keeping literacy alive, they are keeping people educated instead of fighting with each other. The basic teachings of Jesus influenced people to spread peace and work through the chaos and warfare through education and the basic teachings of Jesus.
That was a great point, Ella. However, the Christianity caused violence during the War of the Three Henrys. Henry III, Henry of Guise, and Henry Bourbon of Navarre were all fighting to become the ruler of France. The massacre of St. Bartholomew's was an event during this war that caused great violence. Henry Bourbon had a wedding, and everyone decided to stop fighting and go to the wedding to make peace. The French nobles got drunk and murdered all of the nobles in their sleep. Henry Bourbon was the one who they wanted to kill and was able to escape. The War of the Three Henrys became so violent that they planned to attack each other.
Okay, Ellie, the War of the Three Henrys did cause a lot of violence and a bad rep for Christianity. Although Christianity caused peace in a society through the creation of holidays. Roman traditions became Christianized through the creation of holidays because of constant warfare. The Catholic Church created holidays and encouraged people to not fight during those holidays. More and more holidays began to occur because the church wanted less violence. For example, Pope Gregory VII thought people should not fight only on Easter, then made it all of Lent, which is 41 days. And if you think about it, 41 days is a lot of time for people to not be fighting. Then he kept adding on more and more holidays so that there was less violence because it was working. Because if you think about it, if they didn't fight for all 41 days of Lent, then if they kept adding more holidays, then they just wouldn't be fighting more, and it would be making more peace in a society by less fighting. Holiday after holiday, Catholic churches were trying to cause peace in the society in order to make Christianity less violent. Most of these holidays were used to this day and make Christianity cause more peace in a society. Isn't that so cool?
Sure.
Holidays had to be created in the first place because there was so much violence between the religions. During the Catholic Reformation, there were multiple religious wars. Philip II of Spain caused violence for Protestants. Philip II wanted to wage war against the Netherlands in order to convert everyone to Catholicism. This caused violence because Philip II was forcing people to convert to Catholicism against their will, and this led to a gigantic war involving thousands of people from across the continent, all because of religion.
Finally, the feudal system is another way that Christianity caused peace in a society. You could argue that it caused violence, but that's for later. The feudal system is a triangle that is united by religion because if one layer disobeys the layer over it, it ripples, and they disobey the whole system, which means they disobey their religion, which inevitably they go to hell.
You got this.
For example, serfs will give food and services to the nobles and knights, and the nobles and knights will give loyalty to the king. The king gave land and immunity to the nobles and knights, and the nobles and knights gave protection to peasants. And the Pope has authority over the king, and God has authority over the Pope. Although this sounds violent, it essentially is creating peace because nobody kills each other, and they all are united, which causes stability, if you know what I'm saying.
I fully understand.
That was a good point, Ella, and although the feudal system was a way to unite people and ensure stability, it also caused violence. The feudal system is a socio-economical political system that organized society after the fall of Rome. The Pope told people that if you go to heaven, you would go to heaven if you killed Muslims because Muslims do not respect the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This is violent because the head of Christianity, or the Pope, is telling people to kill other people to protect Christianity.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Wow, all this Christianity talk really makes me think about Islam and how that has caused peace as well. For example, charitable donations. In Islam, all of the poor don't have money, and Islam recognizes it, so they peacefully help them out. Due to this, 2.5% of Muslims' income is required to go towards poor. This was really great for poor people because their whole country had their back and it united them. This creates peace in society by doing something nice for the more unfortunate and helping everyone feel equal.
Charitable donations is a great way to give back and help people, but the start of Islam was not always so peaceful. To start a new religion and to spread Islam effectively was war. When Muhammad made the Quran, he believed that he and his new religion was the one true follower of God. Muhammad went to Mecca. However, everyone in Mecca rejected his message because they were polytheistic. So they tried to kill him and Muhammad ran away. To be able to actually effectively spread Islam was throughout war. Muhammad's army began to win battle after battle, and after he died, they kept winning battle after battle, eventually gaining an intense respect. By fighting many wars and killing hundreds of people, it was a very violent time in life. Wars should not be the most effective way to spread religion, and Islam killed hundreds while trying to spread their peaceful religion.
Although that's a good point, Islam also caused peace by prohibiting the study. The study was an act in which widows jumped into a pit of fire after their husbands died. Muslim ruler Aurangzeb banned the study in Islam to prevent women from killing themselves. This created peace because widows were no longer killing themselves since it wasn't justified.
Yes, the study is a very peaceful practice that helps stop killing of women. However, the killing of other people were not put into people's mind when the jihad was created. Along with that, the jihad was a very violent practice in Islam. A simplified explanation of the jihad is when one version is to conquer internal desires and another aspect is to conquer external territory. However, this caused a lot of violence because it was a conquest of non-Islamic people, taking their land and forcing them to convert to Islam and forcing them to pay for tax, basically killing them. The violent aspect of the jihad is not a big majority of Muslims in the world. However, the violent aspect of the jihad is a very strong group of people in the world. The ones who are violent are very violent. This caused a lot of violence in Islam because of how many people they killed and forced into the Islamic religion.
Muslims also practiced certain laws that created peace in society. These laws were important since it created boundaries for Muslims. Some laws required were no drinking alcohol, gambling, or eating pork. This created a stabilized society because no one will get drunk and make poor decisions. In addition, gambling could possibly lead to disagreement and more violence, which Aurangzeb, the leader, wanted to avoid.
By prohibiting gambling, it did cause peace. However, conquering homes and taking children from families to be a janissary caused a lot of violence in Islam. In 2058, the Mongols destroyed Baghdad, the capital city, to the Islamic Caliphate. The Mongols destroyed much of the Middle East until about the 1300s, which led to the Turks to come in and take territory. These Turks then became the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire wanted to stay alive and powerful, and to be able to do this, they needed a strong military. To be able to have that strong military that they wanted, the Janissaries took children from parents and converted them to the Islamic faith by making them soldiers for the rest of their lives. By forcing children to be soldiers and taking them from families caused a lot of violence because not only did it affect the child, but also affected the relationship with them. Yes, the military was very strong and powerful. However, children were kidnapped and forced to convert to a different religion. The Janissaries ruined families and destroyed childhood.
Wow, guys, that was a great conversation.
Yeah, understanding that religion is not always peaceful, but can also be violent at times is a very interesting topic. And it's something everyone should be educated on.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you so much for coming to our mukbang, and hopefully you all learned a little something from the conversation we had today.
So guys, make sure you hit that big thumbs up button down below. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Join the mukbang fam. I hope you guys leave a comment down below saying which point you agree with the most. And we'll be back right next week and with another mukbang next week.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to be playing with slime. Bye.
Hayley, what is your issue?
Swear to God. If you don't do this, you're getting kicked out of our group.
Everyone acts civil.
Oh, shit!
Look at this drawing.
He tries to give Christians influence of Jesus influence.
The third, Henry of Guise.
A simplified explanation of the jihad is when one version is to conquer internal Baghdad, the capital city, to the Islamic Caliphate.
Fire diabetes.
Dying. Hayley, can you do that? I need water. It's good enough.
I still got you laughing when she did. Why are you sitting like